What's up, everybody? Singed Mad Chemist here. I'm going to be doing a commentary today over a ranked game I did. We're reviewing this in the new League of Legends viewer where you can watch your replays. Really nice. I like that they finally added this. So we're going to be watching this game from our perspective and not the perspective of both of us so that we can go over what's going through my mind as we play this game. So as we were getting into this game, there was an Evelynn in the jungle. I could see that. And so I knew I wasn't going to want to go proxy this game. I was also against a Camille, and they don't have hardly any tanks on their team. You know, they have Camille, Eve, Yasuo, Ezreal, Brand, no tanks. So I'm not going to want to go tanky. I'm going to want to go damage early on. So I'm running Ghost, Ignite, and Deathfire Touch. And knowing that Proxy Singed is bad against Eve because I can't see her coming to kill me, I'm going to be going into lane this game. And not trying to proxy farm, knowing that Eve's going to come up and try and gank me, try and kill me, get that first blood. You know, this is just basic game knowledge of, you know, almost any Eve's going to gank you as Singed first. You're a champ that tries to run away, and she's a champ that can run at you really easy, run to the side of you and just Q you. So I'm going to be coming up here. Drop a ward there. Walk it up here and just watch for an invade. If you cover those two spots, no one can get in without being seen. And you can see they're actually invading down here. Gets a little harass on the Eve, which is nice. You know, makes it so she needs to back before she goes and does her clear, instead of taking his red. Jax backs. They both have plenty of time to get to their camps, no problem.
Minions have spawned.
So now that minions are coming, I want to come up here and check the bushes. I'm trying to get sight of Camille right now, because if I can tell if Camille is in her lane or leashing Evelynn, I can tell which side Evelynn's starting on, red or blue. So she wasn't in the river bush, she wasn't in any of these three, and I don't see her up here by her tower. So I can assume she's doing red, so I'm going to start pushing out this lane. Lay my poison down. I want it pushing up as fast as possible, but I don't want to take any damage. So Camille still isn't here. She's obviously doing red. She even comes back, you know, a little hurt. She tanked a couple shots, but she heals it right back up. You can see here, she steps up, goes super aggro, so I know Eve's coming. She's right there. Pop my ghost, run away. You know, she's not going to be able to kill me. Really easy to avoid. You can tell she's going super aggro, so I was getting ganked. If she had waited a little longer to go up, I might have actually been in trouble. She's actually lower health. I'm in a good spot in this lane. But I'm going to wait just a second in case Eve decided to stick around. And I'm just going to sit back. Try and encourage her to go do a camp instead of camp me. So you wait a second. I feel safe to come back up. Level 2, there's not as much she can do to me. Still want to play safe because I don't have my ghost, though.
Sides to every issue. My side and the wrong side.
So by now, Eve's definitely far away from me. Even on her other side of the jungle, or over in mid lane where they're putting pressure. So I should be starting to trade with this Camille. She dives in at me. Gets a really good harass off on me and gets the slow, so I can't get in to fling her. It makes me lose that trade. Now that I'm kind of low health, I still need to be careful. Not just for Eve, but of fighting her. But I definitely don't want to back yet. There's too much golden experience there to go to waste, and she'd get too far ahead. I'm not in a terribly high risk as long as I'm playing safe, so I'm just going to lay some poison. Try and get some damage on the creeps. And I'm pushed back to my tower now. Eve can't do almost anything to me here. As long as I stay right about here, Camille also can't do a lot because if she comes at me, I can fling her into tower range, which instantly makes her lose the trade. She's gonna get a little harass off on me. But I'm still clearing the waves. You know, not doing too bad, but I'm pushed in. And I see Jax in the jungle down here. And I don't want to back and lose this cannon wave. So I'm going to ping for help. See, ping for help. He's going to finish his wolves and then he's going to come straight top. And I don't even expect anything to come of this, but I need pressure to clear this wave, or she's just going to start pushing stuff into me. So he comes up, did the vision plant, and right here you can tell she has it warded because she immediately starts to run away. So what I do is, since he walked up there, I'm just going to clear this. You know, start laying your poison, you can clear the whole wave, get it pushing the other way. Which is exactly what you want to do, get it clear. And then I have freedom to go back because the wave's pushing into her. I'm not going to really miss a whole lot. And see, there's not a whole lot going on the map. 5 minutes in, no one's got a first blood. Bot's really pushed up and asking to be ganked by Eve, though. And see, she stayed here. She's just going to sit and farm and try and freeze the lane. And right here, I come back into lane with a corrupting potion and boots. So I'm sitting pretty good now. I got a lot of move speed, so I'm a little bit safer from ganks and stuff. A little bit easier for me to trade with her in lane with move speed too. So I'm going to try and get this pushing under her tower because it's not in a good spot for me. I don't want it to be froze here. She's going to jump in. She does quite a bit of damage to me. And you see right here, she ults me, and I pop Ghost. With, I'm not a 6 yet, but I have my Ignite up and my Ghost up. So I pop Ghost, and I'm going to be running around her ring, trying to avoid as much of her damage as possible. You see, she chases me back in here. I get the Ignite off and immediately run away, and she goes down. I get the first blood. And you see down here, while I'm doing this, Eve comes and ganks Bot. She does very good at this. They both go down right here. And their team actually gets first blood tower out of this because they're going to push this. Jax is power farming. I don't think he's went back yet. No, he hasn't went back yet. And so he's too low to defend this tower. You know, he could have tried, but it probably would have ended badly. The tower's going to go down. You see Camille teleporting back up to top lane. And this is going to go down pretty easily to them. So that's a big advantage for them. They got 2 kills, bunch of assists, and first tower gold. And now this opens up this side of the map to where a bot can easily get camped by Eve. Dragon has a lot less pressure on our side of the map towards it. And the lane's going to come back and forth a lot more. Which, as far as farming goes, that kind of favors the Draven over the Ezreal, but it lets them roam. So let's jump back to top lane. I'm sorry, I thought I was still walking back to lane. Okay, so I'm getting back to lane. She's got the wave pushing up towards me now after they get that turret, because she teleported back. And I'm just going to clear the wave, try not to fight her in the minion wave. But I feel pretty confident that I can fight her now. I have my ult. Hers is probably back up, but that's not a real big issue. So fling her here. Trade her a little bit. She misses her jump. And I immediately pop my ult, seeing that she missed her jump, knowing that that makes that an easy kill. She's going to run away. Tries to flash here, but that's just going to waste her flash. Get the kill. I'm now 2-0 in this lane. You know, a little behind in farm, but not too bad. Jax is down here getting the dragon with Nami as I push up. So seeing that, I want to keep pushing, so that if Eve's nearby, she'll try and come get me. But I want to alleviate pressure so she doesn't take the dragon. So they get the dragon. Brand goes down. Yasuo comes in. Draven and Yasuo both kill each other. Oh, Ezreal killed the Draven. And then Ezreal flashes away. So my team got a lot out of that fight, a lot out of that dragon. Score is now 4-3. So they are still quite a bit ahead, 1,500 from that first tower gold mostly. Really big advantage. We do now have an Earth Dragon. So now not much is on the map. Jax is in a little deep for counter jungling. We only see 2 of their team. 3 of Mia. And she's got this wave pushing into me. It's going under my tower. I'm going to get there in time for the experience for it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I won't miss any XP for it, but maybe a little gold. So, some scraps going on down in this area. Our team's getting low. And it looks like they're going to trade. We're back up here and Camille's just going to stand there. At this point, we want to be trading with Camille as much as possible, trying to snowball this lane. At this point, Eve's not going to be incredibly threatening here. So I'm going to push up under tower and start pressuring her, because I want her to waste her ult. If she thinks she can ult me under tower or keep me under there, and I can fling her out and waste her ult, it's perfect. It lets me have a huge advantage and give me a chance of killing her. So I'm going to push the lane back up. So you kind of walk around. I'm going to walk up right under here. She steps in my poison just a little bit. And I think it's this next wave that she will ult me when I do this. Keep pushing up the wave. You can see the Eve's down bot if you're looking at the mini-map. So there's nothing to scare me here. Yasuo's mid. She ults me. Flip her out. I ult. She does hit me with the stun, so I ghost. And at this point right there, she can't close the gap on me, so she decides to turn around. Comes back into lane to farm, so I'm going to run around and hide in my bush, because my ult's still going for a little while. I'm getting regen. She doesn't know I'm here. And she's just using all her abilities on the wave, thinking I left. And Jax is going to come around, he ghosts. And there's no way she's getting out of here. She jumps this way. But we're going to be able to run her down pretty easy. I don't think I got her with anything, so I dropped the ignite. Fizz comes in for the kill. Kill secure. And that gets us further ahead. The one solo kill on Camille wouldn't have put me too far ahead, but getting the 2 assists and a kill off of it was pretty good. So I'm going to push the wave up, and I'm just going to back off so that Eve doesn't come shut me down. To this point, I am 2-0. Do start to have a bounty. I'm getting pretty strong. Got 5 stacks on my Dark Seal. You can see, come back, start buying my components for my rallies. I got my 3 base components already. So we are doing quite a bit of damage. We got a little bit of extra health. Not really tanky though without our ult. We're going to run up the lane. We want to be farming, pushing our advantage. And there's really no point in us roaming right now, where we didn't take teleport. So walk it back up the lane. Start clearing this. You can see Camille walk off right there. I ping Mia, 3 times. She jumps in on them. And does he go down? Yeah, he goes down. So I'm just going to push up the wave since she's down there. Ward this. You can see she disappears on the mini-map, so I'm going to come hit this. She shows up right there. So I'm just going to come clear this wave. Make sure she doesn't have a wave for the next push. And run it off into their jungle. You see spotting the red buff and seeing Eve bottom lane pushing this tower. I'm going to take her red buff because that's a really powerful component on her. She's got ours right now, it looks like, but I'm going to take this. walk back into lane and try and kill Camille again. Get further ahead, keep setting Camille behind so that she's not going to be impactful in the team fights and stuff. Come back to lane. I'm not even very low. I got some potions and stuff.
There are two sides to every issue. My side and
See, I'm already almost back to full health, so I want to trade with her wherever possible here. With red buff, you're very strong against other melee champs, especially. I'm going to bop the tower. She decides to ult me. I'm not taking tower aggro. I can easily fling her out, take one tower shot. I go ahead and ult and start auto-attacking her for the slow. She's getting really low, so you run away, ghost, and you see how low she is? I'm going to run up. There's no way she can get away from me. She flashes, slows me down, and gets over here and decides to come back in. And I actually pick up the kill on her there. If you can get the fling off right as she's dashing at you with her E ability, you can win trades really easily with Camille. I'm just going to back off immediately after that because I see no point in being greedy for anything when I'm that low. 3-0, have a bounty on your head. There's no reason to ever give up a free bounty. You gotta play smart. So there's fights breaking out mid lane. But at this point, I don't think I can really get there in time to do much. Instead, I look at this as they're all fighting distracted. Ezreal's going to have to back. He's super low if he doesn't die. I'm going to come push his tower, get global gold. Do way more for my team than running over here. There's not much I could do to protect this tower. They're going to push it and it's going to go down. So you see, Camille here is not threatening to me, so I'm going to come up and start auto-attacking the tower. She's going to fight me. I believe I kill her off of this. Fling her before your last auto-attack on the tower, so that she stays in range. And you see that one fling into my poison. She's almost dead. I do have my Rylai's now after that last back, and an Amp Tome. But my team pings me over here, and I go ahead and back off. So that I'm not being greedy. I'm not sure where everyone is. And there is no vision on the dragon. My team is kind of around that area. So it's not too bad off. And so right now, I have my Rylai's and Haunting guys. So I'm getting close to my Rylai's Liandry's combo. So I'm getting really strong now. I do a lot of damage. With 3 of their team being melee, that makes it pretty hard for them to kill me. I'm not super tanky. But, I do have 2k health, 70 armor, 45 magic resist. So I'm just going to start pushing this wave up. If Camille comes up here, I can just kind of kill her because she doesn't have a tower. But I see enemies are missing. There's no one on the map. He sees Brand down there for a second. So I'm going to start running down here. Make sure nothing bad's going to happen. Looks like bot lane. They did almost get killed. But that's okay. So I'm in the mid lane. Just going to come up, fling Yasuo, and push out this wave. And you see Camille pushing up here. So I'm going to go ahead and run back up there to make sure she doesn't push it into me. I come back up here. I immediately want to start trading with her again. So I ult Ghost, fling her out of her E, and she's going to go down pretty easily here. Just run in front of her. She's going to ult me. Only does a couple auto attacks in a roll, so it doesn't do much. I push the advantage. Now Jax here does get the dragon, and they kill Eve. So that's really good for us. Jax does end up dying, can't get out of the pit. So since I know Eve's dead, their whole team was down there. I pushed this up. Come drop a ward right here, so you can see if anyone's coming through the jungle. I'm going to start pushing this. So I just want to clear the minions. get the minions rolling onto it. And at this point, I know they backed. So I'm not going to want to stay and take the tower. I'm going to want to go ahead and leave. Let the minions do a little work on it. So you can see here, I back off a little bit. I'm low. And Camille does come up to protect the tower. See Eve run by here for just a moment, so she might have actually been coming looking for me, so she's running down here now. Fizz is in a spot of trouble. Okay, looks like he's not. I thought he might have been getting caught out there. So I'm going to go ahead and run down mid lane, 'cause top lane is pushed out. You see Camille come through here, so you know that she's coming to group up. And so I need to be with the team. There's no reason for me to be top at this point. When you're ahead like this, you don't need to be split pushing. You should be pushing your advantage as a team. Jax is going to come down here, get kind of caught in a 2v1. He's not going to quite go down. I take a lot of damage, and I decide I'm just going to walk on out of there. Start coming down here. Jax does get hit, but he doesn't quite die. Came really close there. And so you can see, since we don't have Jax, he has to back. We don't want to fight 4v5. So we just want to sit in here, wave clear, and kind of sit back. And I want to definitely frontline for my team so that they don't try and engage on us. You can see Ezreal down bot, so that would make it a 4v4 now if they're all there. But my team kind of dissipates. They're going to go split, protect the lane. You can see 3 here. So I just kind of put some poison there. Yasuo is going to step in it for dashing through my minions since I layered it on top of them. And I'm just going to clear the wave. You can see top pushing right there. Pretty hard actually. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. My team's fighting down here, and they actually end up fighting a 2v4 in our team's favor. And so that goes very well in our favor. We now have our combo Rylai's Leandre's sitting on 9 stacks at our Dark Seal, so we're really strong right now. 4-0, 144 farm at 21 minutes in. So I'm going to come up, clear this, get it pushing out to them. You can see 2 people in the mid lane, and then 3 of our team is bot. Looks like, okay, they got the Ezreal flash, and they should get this tower right here. But Draven goes down to tanking tower, it looks like. Jax also goes down. We get the tower, that's kind of worth. They got a lot of kills and assists off it. So I'm up here knowing that they're down there. I pushed this in, started farming their jungle. You know, starve them out a little bit while I'm farming. This little Krug found a new home, you know, I thought that was pretty cool. But he has to be gassed like the rest. So you can see them pushing down here. So I'm going to push up. I'm not too scared of them, but I'm going to go ahead and start running back because there is a couple missing. And I could potentially get 3-manned. So right until then, you didn't see Yasuo show up there. So I can run through here. Go ahead and use her vision plant. You know, don't see anything through there. So I'm going to come back through this Yasuo since he's farming the wave, pushing it. Whenever there's a Yasuo, you need to be mindful of his pushes because he pushes very quick. So you want to come clear his wave as well so that nothing comes of it. So he backs off there. I don't want to go anywhere near there because they're all missing at this point. Except for Evelynn, who they picked up down there. So, not a lot going on. You know, Yasuo's sitting in lane trying to farm. Clearing the waves. He's actually doing really well at it. He's level 13. So I see Camille come up here, but since the wave's pushing into her, the wave is only to the second tower. I know I can back safely. So I go ahead and go back. And see here, I pick up the Negatron Cloak. Because a lot of their damage is going to be coming from AP. Because Eve is fed on their team, and so is Brand. And then, you know, their Camille's really behind. Their Yasuo's kind of even. And then their Ezreal is ahead. So I pick up the Negatron Cloak. And you can see here Dragon was spawning. And Jax isn't quite close enough to it. You see, they're going to take this. But because they're all grouped, I know we can win a fight. I pop my ult and Ghost. I'll fling this Evelynn and Igniter to get her out of the fight. And because of that, we easily win this fight. Because my whole team's here, and I made it so Eve couldn't participate at all in that fight. She had to run. And so we completely wiped their team, I think, other than the Eve. Okay, I think Camille gets away too, actually. But now we have pressure here, because we know Eve's backing. So we're going to start pushing down the mid lane. Take this tower. You can see it's still just the 2 up. So we're going to push. Start on this next tower. Draven actually does a good job of trading with her there and making her jump away. Now we start hitting the tower. Eve shows up, and I immediately retreat to Draven to start peeling for him. And we're just going to run away. There's not much we can do at that point. Their team's up. You know, if we stay there, it's just inting. So we're going to run back. And you'll see here, just in case Eve's coming, I kind of lay her a poison trail. Protect the Draven back because she can't walk through there unseen. I'm going to go ahead and back off. I can't get anything else without selling items, and so I choose not to, because I do have 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. It's extra 30 AP, so that's really item efficient. So I just save up my gold. Come and start rejoining my team, because Jax went ahead and cleared top. And so right here, as ahead as we are, and as much damage as we do, we're really strong at peeling, so we want to be peeling for Draven most of these fights. That wants to be the main focus of it. So there's really mostly skirting around looking for each other. You know, clearing out our wards there. I see everyone kind of backing off, so I think I'm good to go. Clear this wave, get it pushing up to them. If I can get this wave pushing, that means someone will have to come clear it if they don't want it to push into their tower, and that leaves them behind. Unfortunately, my team gets caught out while I'm up there. So I should have actually been with my team there. He gets caught out. I go ahead and back off. And we can see that they're setting up for Baron, and they're going to be doing it. So we do have Jax coming in. He gets pretty screwed up initially and has to run away from that. Because they separated and they took a lot of damage from the Baron, I'm easily able to pick up a couple kills here. You know, Eve is over here chasing Jax. Very bad on her part. And I easily mopped them up and we stopped the Baron. They did not finish taking it. You see, I start coming down here to clear this wave. But they ping for Baron, so I go ahead, I go back, because I think they need me to tank it. They do have 4 down and only Camille up, so it is pretty safe odds to say that we can take it. You just see the ward come over. Our vision pops up here, and we can see her. She's going to come in for the steal. No. Never mind, she has nothing to lose. She misses the steal because I actually fling it there. Fling is very good for securing Baron and Dragon because of the amount of damage it does. So I secure that. Camille dies and we run out of there. No, Bran's going to be looking for something, but he's not going to catch anyone. He's just going to back out of there. Clear out our wards. And I go ahead and set my ZZ Rot portal I bought up top lane when I back. This way I can group up with mid knowing that top's going to be just fine. We're sitting really strong now. ZZ Rot portal and Chain Vest. You know, 8-0 and 4. We want to be in the midst of these team fights. So we do have Draven go down there. Pick up the Eve pretty easy and we kind of back off, but Jax comes back in and initiates for us. This lets us run back up, kill the Yasuo, kill the Ezreal. Brand's gonna go down right here, and we end up chasing the Yasuo this way and kill him. And the Camille does come in and stop Fizz from killing the Brand right there. So there's 2 of them alive. Now we're gonna come up and start pushing. And you can see I'm heading up top because my ZZ Rot has pushed this out. With Baron buff, Cannon Minion, I can easily take this alone while my team pushes mid. There's 3 of them there, only 2 alive. You know, pretty safe to push 2 lanes at once with this. Now you do see Camille gets Jax ulted in here with the tower. He ends up going down, she flashes on him, and the Eve comes in and kills the Fizz. Camille does come down, so after I finish the tower, I rotate down to help peel off here. Eve gets caught by me, and she's going to go down super easy. She can't get out of the slow. And this puts 3 of their players dead. Puts us in a good spot. Now I go ahead and back off. I get my Guardian Angel at this point, and I'm near unkillable. I'm a huge damage source. Huge source of threat, you know, peeling, engaging, and I can't die. Now Draven here was trying to solo this dragon and ends up having it stolen by Yasuo, which is a little unfortunate, but it doesn't end up making much of a difference. We're each at 1 Cloud Drake now. So I'm still grouped up. Top is still pushed out because of my rot, you know, it just barely disappeared. So it's pushing out. Camille's up there trying to push it back to us. You see, I'm just clearing the way for her. I'm going to skirt around to avoid being pinned between those 2. I'm going to come up here to Camille. Get an easy fling on her. And you see the team starting to come up to me, knowing I can't die, really. I'm going to engage this fight, seeing my team coming up. They're all at half health by the time my team gets here from chasing me and engaging on me. So that's an easy cleanup. Easily dive this Ezreal. And we're legendary at this point. Fizz gets in a bit of trouble here. But he does manage to flip out very sneakily there. So engage on us. He ends up dying. There's not a lot he could do there. 4 of us. We have 2 Guardian Angels. And Draven gets the ace with his ult. So right here we're going to push down 2 inhibitors. And they're going to surrender to us because at this point they realize the game's over. My Rot's already pushing there. And we're destroying their base. So there's a surrender vote. So this was a very fun game. You know, I took it very seriously coming into it, looking at everything like I did, taking into account the Evelynn, you know, having to lane, you know, what kind of damage and runes and everything I'm going to need for laning to get ahead to carry in this game, since I'm not going to be able to proxy. And because of this, I was able to carry my team, secure an easy win, and I would say this is pretty perfect game, you know. 9-0-10 score, 233 farm at 32 minutes in. You know, I hope everyone enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a good day.